Good Friday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to what's making news today, let's head outside and take a look outside our weather window. In fact, what can you see out there today other than soupy, smoky air out there all over north central Washington today? This is looking down at the Wenatchee Valley from our cross camera up on Wenatchee Heights, and not much to show you today. That smoke worse than yesterday, and boy, it was just a miserable one out there with all of that unhealthy air. The good news is, even though we're going to see another hot day, and that'll be tomorrow, we do have a cool down on the way. Winds will move in Sunday. That should blow most of that smoky air out too, with high temperatures in the mid-90s Sunday, but we will cool down under sunshine on Monday into the mid-80s, and we'll have more weather information for you a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. The Moses Lake Police Department is the latest law enforcement agency to report problems with Washington's new police enforcement laws. Superintendent of Public Instruction Chris Reichdahl wants Governor Jay Inslee to order COVID-19 vaccines for all teachers and educational staff. And the public health officers for all 35 health districts in Washington have signed a joint statement calling for indoor masking in most public settings. But first, our top story tonight, wildfire smoke again pushed air quality into unhealthy and even hazardous levels throughout north central Washington today. This morning, the worst conditions were in Omak, where the air quality was hazardous. Things weren't much better in the Wenatchee Valley, where Wenatchee, Chelan, Leavenworth, and Cashmere all recorded unhealthy air quality levels. The Chelan-Douglas Health District is urging all residents to stay indoors if possible. In the Columbia Basin, both Moses Lake and Quincy had very unhealthy air. The same was true in Brewster, Twisp, and Winthrop. Air was being measured by the state as very unhealthy. Numerous wildfires burning in the region have sent smoke throughout the state, with the two biggest contributors being the Cedar Creek and Cub Creek fires burning south of Winthrop. The Moses Lake Police Department is the latest law enforcement agency to report problems with Washington's new police enforcement laws. The department says about 10 p.m. Tuesday, a motorcyclist taunted Moses Lake officers on multiple occasions by speeding through downtown and weaving between vehicles at high rates of speed. According to police, because of the state's new pursuit laws, they could only watch until the motorcycle ran through a red light at Highway 17 near Interstate 90 and sideswiped a vehicle. Police say the rider was able to remount the heavily damaged motorcycle and flee the scene. From Highway 17 near I-90 to behind Moses Lake High School, police tracked the motorcycle to a residential area behind the high school, but so far have been unable to locate the rider. In a statement, the Moses Lake Police said this was not a case of police choosing not to act, but rather following the state's new pursuit law, which they described as, quote, clear in both restrictions and intent, unquote. Well, Superintendent of Public Instruction Chris Reichdahl wants Governor Jay Inslee to order COVID-19 vaccinations for all teachers and educational staff. In a news conference today, Reichdahl said the health of everyone returning to school this fall is at risk from the rising pandemic, and vaccination offers the best shield from possible school outbreaks and closures.
I have sent a letter to Governor Inslee. I have asked him to expand the vaccine requirement with the corresponding exemption opportunities for those who do not want to vaccinate. The same requirement he has placed upon all state employees and healthcare professionals. I am asking him to expand those to all school personnel, every part of our state, every employee in the public school system. The governor will have to make decisions should he go this route, and I'm confident that he will, but he will have to make more detailed decisions about other sectors, early learning. There are certainly other places where I believe personally this could apply. My scope and control is over public schools, and that's my recommendation to the governor.
The public health officers for all 35 health districts in Washington have signed a joint statement calling for indoor masking in most public settings. The sizable increase in COVID-19 infections and the rise of the Delta variant have the public health officials concerned. The public letter was issued yesterday. Signatories include Dr. Malcolm Butler with the Chelan Douglas Health District, Dr. James Wallace for Okanagan County, and Dr. Alexander Brezeni for Grant and Adams counties. In addition to masks, the health officers also urge prompt vaccination for everyone 12 and older. Coming up next, newly released census data shows North Central Washington's population definitely grew between 2010 and 2020. Auditors from across the state are telling residents to ignore a letter sent out by the Washington State Department of Licensing that says vehicle owners' personal license plates are about to be canceled. Area bridge inspections are planned for next Monday and Tuesday, August 16th and 17th. And scientists are hoping to preserve Washington's population of endangered northern leopard frogs by releasing zoo-bred specimens into the Columbia National Wildlife Refuge earlier this month. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
What you're doing is ridiculous.
Well,
I mean, you might as well throw up a screen door to block the summer smoke.
sometimes it gets
When we
warm.
breathe in the wildfire smoke, we are ingesting hazardous chemicals such as acetic acid and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. A lot of bad stuff, okay?
Well, yeah, that's why we...
Cardboard ain't gonna cut it.
So...
Go to chelanpud.org/save today.
Passion, commitment, determination. It's what it takes to win in the Olympics and in life. I'm Jared Sessler, your Republican candidate for Congress, and I'm ready to do what it takes to get Washington and America back on the podium. I'll fight to get our farms, ranches, and businesses back on track so our families can prosper once again. Go to jaredsessler.com to donate and to get involved. I'm Jared Sessler, and I approve this message.
Welcome back. In another news, North Central Washington's population definitely grew between 2010 and 2020. Newly released census data shows Chelan, Douglas, Okanagan, and Grant counties increased their population figures by a total of 9%, gaining almost 22,000 new residents. Grant County gained the most new residents with 10,000 people, followed by Chelan County with 7,000. All that growth was among Hispanic residents. Non-Hispanic populations declined in the four counties. The Census Bureau says more detailed population data will be released to the public over the next month. Auditors from across the state are telling residents to ignore a letter sent out by the Washington State Department of Licensing that says vehicle owners' personalized license plates are about to be canceled. Chelan County Auditor Skip Moore said the letter was sent August 4th to more than 40,000 people throughout the state, saying that personalized plates transferred to another vehicle would be canceled. The DOL acknowledged the letters were in error and said they'll be following up with another letter informing residents. The state said the mistake is under review. Area bridge inspections are planned for next Monday and Tuesday, August 16th and 17th. These inspections may impact travelers around Chelan County. While inspections are underway, traffic will be reduced to one lane on the impacted bridges with flaggers directing traffic. Travelers are asked to find alternate routes during those bridge inspections, which can last up to a couple of hours. Bridge lane closures will include the Ardenvor Bridge at noon Monday, as well as the Monitor Bridge at 2:30. Then on Tuesday, inspections will take place on the Peshastin Bridge at 8 a.m., followed by the Cottage Avenue Bridge in Kashmir at 12:30. Lane closures are necessary so Washington State Department of Transportation and Chelan County crews can stage an under-bridge inspection. The UBIT has a long arm and bucket so crews can inspect a bridge for cracks, rust, and other deficiencies along its sides and underneath it. Well, scientists are hoping to preserve Washington's population of endangered northern leopard frogs by releasing zoo-bred specimens into the Columbia National Wildlife Refuge earlier this month. The Potholes Reservoir area is the frog's only known habitat, but the Oregon Zoo and Northwest Trek Wildlife Park have partnered to raise and release more than 350 of the animals into the refuge, which straddles Grant and Adams counties. There are only about 700 to 1,500 northern leopard frogs in the state. Biologists say they're threatened by a number of factors, including this summer's record Washington heat and drought. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Yes, it's me. It's my husband. I think there's something the matter with him.
It was a feeling that I'll never forget, like being able to meet them and know that he survived.
Okay, tell me what's happening. Is he conscious?
No, he's not.
Okay, take a deep breath for me. I'm getting you help.
Rivercom means to me that I still have my husband here with me. They're the ones that guided me through saving his life.
Dr. Wayne Latimer's Chiropractic and Integrative Multicare specializes in all level of injury care. If you've been injured in an auto accident, on the job, have a sports injury, or a simple fall, call today for a free consultation. They offer a combined multi-care approach with medical, chiropractic, physical therapy, massage, and acupuncture. For relief from long-standing injuries to basic solutions for the weekend warrior, Latimer's Chiropractic Integrative Multicare is one stop, one location.
Make being home fun again. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa has just what you need to bring fun back into your backyard. We have a wide selection of artesian spas and swim spas, new and used to choose from. We are happy to announce we are now selling Rainbow Kids play structures with 50 models to choose from. To help finish off your entertainment area, we have patio furniture and Komodo Joe grills. At Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, we have just what you need to bring family fun and entertainment to your backyard. Stop by today.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. The Wenatchee School Board is considering an updated policy on how teachers and staff conduct themselves when engaging in public speech or politics. The board on Tuesday held its first reading of the revised policy, which was put forward after an elementary teacher posted a sheet on gender diversity on a school bulletin board. In tonight's feature story, Superintendent Paul Gordon told the board the changes would put more specific policies and procedures in place.
I really see the importance for the board, the superintendent, to recognize our staff's, our employees' ability to express themselves. I really see the importance for the board, the superintendent, to recognize our staff's, our employees' ability to express themselves and engage in political activities, so long that it does not interfere or conflict with the performance of their duties for the school district. And when I look at paragraph 3, I think it really summarizes it well on the policy. At all times, including off campus, district staff should take care to avoid conduct that may interfere with their ability to perform their duties consistent with district policies and procedures, or that would foreseeably cause a disruption to the operation of the school. So to me, that's really where we're at, where we're talking about that disruption within a school, and making sure that we have clarity to our staff around district voice and staff voice. And what does that look like for a staff member to make sure they're feeling very comfortable in this space. District employees, it's hard to take off your district employee hat. It just is. And in the world of social media, it's even more challenging to take off your district hat. So the district office would never get on social media and search people. That would never, ever occur within the district. But what it does mean is if somebody were to report something, we would look into it and have, if it came to a controversial issue, we would have a respectful conversation with that staff member. But that's what it means. Again, district office is not scanning Facebook, not looking at Twitter, Instagram, or whatever else is out there. But that's how that would be applied. We're always wearing our district hats as the superintendent, as any other employee, just as board members. You always end up having that board hat on.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope your Friday was a good one. It was an awfully smoky one all across North Central Washington. I don't have to tell you that, that's for sure. Boy, could feel it in your eyes, in your nose. You can almost taste it out there today, but still got plenty warm. 97 unofficially our high temperature this afternoon. We thought we might get into about 102, but that smoke kept our temperatures down. 87 is our normal high. 69 is our low this morning. So once again, we're above our normal low of 62. Record high 102 in 1998. Record low was in 1995 at 48 degrees. Sunrise 5:55 now, and the sun will set for us tonight at 8:15. Smoke, smoke, and we're all talking about smoke. Here's the reason why. All of the fires here in the north central part of Washington and in British Columbia. And notice the wind direction coming straight down from the north and right into the Wenatchee area. These are the Cub Creek and Cedar Creek fires, and that's why we are seeing all of this smoke. And I'll tell you what, we're not the only ones, as I mentioned earlier, all the way over into Spokane. Very unhealthy air. Let's take a look at that surface loop now and see what we can expect tonight. Widespread smoke will continue. Once again, we're seeing that northerly flow of air, and boy, will it be mild overnight tonight with lows generally in the mid-70s, and we're seeing clear skies all over the western United States. For Saturday, once again, we're going to have to deal with more of that hazy sunshine. It's going to be a hot one once again, but with the smoke, will temperatures get to 100 to 105? We're going to have to wait and see just how much smoke we have tomorrow. For Sunday, the good news, less haze, winds will pick up. It's still going to be fairly hot with temperatures in the upper 90s, but notice our wind now coming straight out of the west and onshore flow, and that should kick most of this smoke out of our area late Sunday and especially into Monday. Going to see another day of wind on Monday with mostly sunny skies. Much cooler though. We're talking highs Monday afternoon, about the mid-80s or so. Tuesday, boy, enjoy it. It's going to feel great out there. Partly cloudy, maybe even an isolated shower or two in the afternoon on Tuesday. It will be mild again with highs in the mid-80s. And then as we get into the end of our forecast, things begin to warm up again. Wednesday, sunny and warmer. We'll see temperatures in the 90s as this area of high pressure once again builds into the Pacific Northwest. And by Thursday, above normal temperatures expected, sunny and warmer with temperatures then in the lower 90s. Let's take a look now at that 7-day forecast. 76 overnight tonight. Will we see 102 tomorrow? It depends on that smoke. 99 for Sunday. And here's our cool down. Monday and Tuesday, mid-80s with sunshine. We'll see sunshine on Wednesday and Thursday and a little bit warmer temperatures with highs then right around 90 degrees. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
Somewhere behind these doors is a family member, often alone, taking care of a loved one with Alzheimer's or some other disability, or providing care for a loved one who is not ill but only aging and no longer able to care for themselves. In the field of caregiving, this is the Homefront. For the home is where most Americans will live out their last days. Contact Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington for a variety of services, including caregiving, meals, and medication help. And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
Happy Friday, sports fans. Dan Coons filling in for Eric Granstrom. Marco Gonzalez through the best game all season by a Mariner pitcher, probably the best game of his career. He just gave up 2 hits, 1 run, and the Mariners wrap up the 3-game series yesterday afternoon with a nice victory over the Rangers at T-Mobile Park in Seattle. The former Wenatchee Apple Sox hurler looked really good. A complete game, 2-hitter, struck out 9, his only run allowed, a Charlie Culberson solo home run in the top of the 2nd inning.
He gets some swinging through it. Marco a clean, quick and tidy 1-2-3, top of the 1st. That catches a lot of the plate, and Lowe is caught looking. 2nd strikeout for Marco Gonzalez.
And his command lately has been much better. That was a cutter on the outside corner.
Swing and a miss. 3 straight strikeouts for Marco Gonzalez.
As I mentioned, here's the changeup. You can see him turn it over, 81 miles an hour.
3 pitches, all it takes, and Garcia strikeout victim number 4 for Marco. Tying him up and not. 6 strikeouts for Marco to match a season best. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, season best. 7 punch-outs for Marco Gonzalez today. Another 0-2. It's another strikeout, number 8.
And his command of the top of the zone has been excellent this afternoon. That is a strike.
Marco's 2-2. He got him! Mariners win behind the 3rd career complete game for Marco Gonzalez.
And congratulations to him. What an outing he had today. Mariners win the series. The bullpen a much needed day off with the Toronto Blue Jays coming down, so that's also big. He really picked up the pen today, but what an outing by Marco Gonzalez.
Marco looked good. So did the Mariners offensively. They only needed a couple of runs, and they came. Home runs by J.P. Crawford and Jake Fraley.
3-1 pitch. Well, that ball is hit a ton. Deep out to right field, and that one is long gone. Crawford's 6th home run of the year, and he's given the Mariners the 2-1 lead.
This is crunched. Way out to the wall and gone. Zeus going deep. Number 8 for Jake Fraley.
Well, that is helpful. It was towards the end of the bat. Exit velo of just 99, 390 feet. Those would add some carry to it. Good timing. Couple outs. 2nd solo home run for the Mariners.
That was all the offense Marco Gonzalez needed. Needless to say, after the game, manager Scott Service said Marco Gonzalez was pretty good.
Talk about starting pitching. Heck of an effort by Marco. He had it going on today. The fastball had a lot of life at the top of the zone. He was nailing those spots up there, worked enough changeups in to keep him off balance. But, anytime anybody goes complete game in this league, it is quite an accomplishment. So really happy for him, and a special day for him, too. I know he had a lot of family in town here. His dad's in town, who is a minor league pitching coach with the Rockies. His grandmother's here, all to see his new little baby, and he goes out and throws a complete game. So he will have a happy night at home tonight. But I think, we talk about, weak contact and moving the ball around the strike zone, and Marco certainly did that today. I think he had 3 or 4 comebackers on little jam shots or nubbers off the end of the bat. So there's really good separation between his pitches. But when Marco goes out there, he's like anybody else. He wants to strike him out. He's not looking for soft contact. The soft contact is a byproduct of really executing pitches on the edges.
Next up for the Mariners, the Rays are in town. No, I should say the Jays are in town. From Toronto, first pitch tonight is 7:10. Will be Chris Flexen against Bobby Ray, a 3-game series. Okay, to the American League West scoreboard we go from yesterday, and it looks something like this. The A's won their 7th straight. Mitch Moreland led the way with 2 home runs. Oakland 17-0 shelling of Cleveland. That's not a typo. Jared Walsh's 2-run base hit highlighted the 4-run 2nd inning for the Angels. A 6-3 win over the Blue Jays. Shohei Ohtani improved to 7-1 on the mound. He worked 6 innings of 2-run 3-hit ball, 6 strikeouts. The Mariners gained a game in the wild card race. Boston lost. Toronto lost. The Yankees lost. The Yankees defeat coming in the Field of Dreams game in the cornfields of Iowa that for Yankee fans felt like a nightmare.
Anderson hits it in the air to right. Back
Tim Anderson's walk-off two-run home run in the bottom of the ninth inning. In the top of the ninth inning, Aaron Judge and Juan Carlos Stanton each had home runs to put the Yankees in the lead, but it didn't hold up. Wenatchee Apple Sox ended their campaign on a winning note. They knocked off the Yakima Valley Pippins last night. The final was 9-2. 4 runs in the first inning for the Apple Sox. RBI base hits by Enzo Apodaca, Tino Bethancourt, A.J. Guerrero, and Jackson Vanderbrake. They added another run in the second and 2 more in the third. Eventually took a 7-0 lead. That would be plenty in the night for starting pitcher Jack Lee, the left-hander from Australia, had his best game in his last game. In an Apple Sox uniform, he went 6 innings, 3-hit shutout ball with 9 strikeouts. Wenatchee, of course, did not reach the playoffs, but they did finish with a win to take third in the West Coast League's North Division behind playoff-bound Yakima Valley and Bellingham. The Apple Sox were 20-28 in West Coast League play. They were 27-30 overall. The radio voice of the Apple Sox, Joel Norman, will be my guest on Tuesdays. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Still plenty up for grabs in the West Coast League. Who is going to grab the final playoff spots? We know now. Ridgefield has the honors. The Raptors beat Walla Walla 4-2 in 10 innings. Ridgefield scored the go-ahead run on a wild pitch in the 10th out of another run on a passed ball. Portland lost his chance at the postseason with a 7-2 loss to Port Angeles. The Pickles just couldn't figure out lefty starter Stephen Brooks. He and 4 relievers held Portland to 2 runs on 4 hits on the night. Malachi Knight sacrificed fly RBI in the top of the 8th inning, scored the go-ahead run to lead Bellingham to a 3-2 win over Cowlitz. And Bend won for the 8th time in his last 10 games with a 6-3 tally over Corvallis. Gavin Logan and Bennett Thompson each had 3 hits for the victorious Elks. So the West Coast League final standings for the regular season. Corvallis finishes with the best overall record at 37-11. Yakima Valley was next at 29-19. There you see the 3-way tie for second in the South Division. Ridgefield goes to the playoffs on the tiebreaker. The playoffs, by the way, get underway on Saturday. Bellingham will host Yakima Valley. Corvallis will travel to Ridgefield, both of those games at 6:35. Then the series will shift to Corvallis and Yakima for Game 2 on Sunday, if necessary, Game 3 on Monday. Seahawks are in Las Vegas as we speak. They have the game tomorrow for the Raiders. No one better to talk about Seattle's new offense than somebody on the defense. You know, somebody who has to face the offense in training camp. Talking about free safety Ugo Amadi, he says it's a lot different from last year's offense.
Yeah, this year's offense is complex. You know, you have to be really focused. If you're not, guys are going to be running past your face. You know, and you can't really anticipate what's going to happen. Russ is getting the ball out fast. Tight ends are getting open. DK's getting open. Even DK, like all these guys are really getting open. And it's like stuff is just hitting you quick. You know, they get into the ball real quick. It's not silent counts. All that stuff.
Coach Pete Carroll has asked the defense to put a lot of pressure on the offense. That way, by the time the regular season starts, the offense will be ready.
So execution is really the key. And so, you know, we want to make sure that we're fast with the football and don't allow the rush to be a factor, and you know, get the ball out. So that means guys got to win on the routes, you know, and we're going to have to beat tight coverage. And so we're playing a lot of aggressive coverage to make everybody have to work and show who they are and their abilities and stuff right now. And so it's a good part of camp for us in that regard. And today was a good day for all that emphasis.
Seahawks and the Raiders, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas tomorrow night, 6 o'clock on Q13 Fox. Those were just some of the games that people are playing. Graham, back to you.
Thank you very much, Dan. Nice job. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you Monday, and have a great weekend.
The NCWLIFE channel is your home for local news, local weather, and events including live local high school sports. Watch inspiring local shows featuring local people. Don't miss Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Let's Learn, Guada TV, Street Talk and Other Stuff, the 12th District, Life with Lisa, and the Arbiter of Stoke. NCWLIFE channel is your local TV station.